Well, they said nearly 3/4 of Americans suffer from eco-anxiety.
Yeah.
And this is the stuff, this is the reason I brought this one up. One of the craziest stuff about it is this was on my Yahoo front page of my Google, right? Mm-hmm. This ain't
So it's on your Yahoo front page of your Google?
Well, they have Yahoo articles on the front page of my Google. The 8 articles on the front.
Oh, yeah.
This ain't some little article in mensuck.org, which by the way, I've been cruising through those feminist Reddits, the old school feminist ones. They're saying things like sometimes guys will want you to pay for their ticket when you come to visit them. They should pay all expenses should be paid by the man, blah, blah. They're really old school. I almost kind of respect their hustle a little more.
They're the ones who are straight up we want preferential treatment and we're not going to lie about it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Those ones are almost better, but because it's you go, okay, now we're just playing the game. We know what the stakes are. We'll let the best person win.
Yeah.
And then, but this stuff, there's no way.
First off, it's not 70%.
No, that's my point. I go, think about your normal life. What percentage of people are really, they have anxiety from fucking climate change?
First off, they did say 18 to 24-year-olds, 70%, but even still.
75%?
Go to a college campus and just pull 70% of...
Go to a keg party and see who fucking gives a shit about...
go to a fucking frat party. Be it's literally 70% is the amount of people who don't give a shit. That's
easily.
70% of people are I don't give a shit about climate change. I'm fucking 19.
Yeah, I mean, college kids that have fucking been listening to their dogma... They might have them fucking jazzed up. You always have a new thing. Dude, I would hate to be an impressionable 18-year-old. I never would be because I'm not. But if you were a fucking impressionable person, they legitimately just give you a new thing to be worried about all the time. They used to call this hyper worrying. I have relatives where it's they can't stop worrying about everything.
Yeah. It's funny because my notes are I straight up, I'm just it's just they're just saying people who worry about the future. That's not crazy that people worry about shit. They're just neurotic. That just used to be called neurotic.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
It's you're neurotic people, but 3/4 of people aren't neurotic about climate change.
Fuck no.
3/4 of people are neurotic about everything. They're the people that made their kids wear fucking helmets when they skateboard.
Yeah.
The people that don't want their kids to play football. And now they're the people that the worst part about this is they're not even a solution. They're just worried. They go, I'm worried about climate change. And you go, well, what are you going to do about it? It's that's the thing. I can't. I guess.
Yeah, well, I'm powerless.
So it's even worse.
It's the patriarchy. There's nothing you can do.
Isn't that the number one thing in the world? I guess they want you to get jazzed up and fucking campaign.
Campaign for what?
I don't know. AOC? I don't know.
Again, I was listening to a podcast that we both listen to, All In or whatever, and again, this is just the market's going to take care of this because they're going to incentive. You hear the last one where they're talking about?
No, I don't listen to everyone.
Okay. Well, anyways, the last one, this is just related to this specifically, is in China, they figured out a way to turn carbon dioxide into starch. So essentially what they're saying is they're going to be able to take the carbon dioxide out of the air, which is what's causing all this issue, and then turn it into fuel. And they actually have a working model for it. So it's look, there's all these incentives out there. I'm not saying it's going to be solved tomorrow, but it's in nobody's interest to fucking everybody go extinct.
It's nobody's interest ever to be pessimistic about the future.
It's going to get sorted out. I'll tell you who doesn't have anxiety about this stuff. The people working on it because they're too busy working on it.
Right. And these people that can't do anything. This is the number one thing they tell you in any sort of get your life together shit. It's don't fucking spend time on stuff that you can't control at all.
No. And if you again, if you're really, really concerned about this,
actually get a job in it.
Go to school, go take a STEM thing or whatever and dedicate your life to it many people do. But I guarantee you those people aren't they're not the type of people who have riddled with anxiety. They're the type of people who are oh, I think I could change the world.
I think I can make a difference.
I can make a difference. I'm they're more go-getters. They're not just people who are, and I guess all these people
reading
an
article.
All these people are anxiety are fucking watching Oprah and they're well, if I could just get rid of this anxiety, I could get my shit together and I could go sign up for one of these. And you're no, you were never that person.
You're never that person. You're going to be that person where they go, there's serial killers out on the loose and you don't want your kids. You're it's in a different state. You're but maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to use this for everything though. You start I was texting, it's I came too quick. I can't do it for too long because of fucking climate change. like everything's climate change.
Climate change. Well,
I forgot your birth. You forgot my birthday. It's like, well,
Climate
yeah.
change.
Have you heard of climate change? You just want to be celebrating
I don't
birthdays.
even remember my own birthday because I'm worried about climate change.
But yeah, there you go. Surveys revealed that more Americans than ever felt fearful of the ravages of man-made climate change. And you're like, well, why is that? Because you guys drill into everyone's head nonstop about it, and not because it's your new thing. But on top of that, they actually don't, causing many to suffer anxiety, depression. It's like they're trying to convince people to feel bad and worried about something that they have nothing to do to help for it. It's just like, it's almost like pathological to like do to people.
I mean, you
to be
can
in these positions.
Yeah, there's so little an individual can do, and not only that, but like there's this climate.
It
change,
also seems not true.
like these
that their
climate
numbers-
change conference things or whatever that they just had, like with the COP 26 or whatever the fuck, where 26 countries come, and then they're all, again, it's like everybody says this, but they're all showing up on private jets, and everybody's like
always all of it.
and then they just like kind of do this
insane.
grandstanding, and they go, oh, we're gonna do this, this, and this, and none of it's binding, and then
Well,
they
get
just-
ready for this. A psychologist working in Oakland told ABC7, you may have heard of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. A psychiatrist has recently come up with the term pre-PTSD because it's not a trauma that's already occurred. So people are saying I have pre-PTSD.
Remember the good old
something.
days when that person was just called crazy? You go, that person's crazy. They have pre-PTSD.
This is the shit that's on my homepage. So someone being like, what's going on? It's like I have pre-PSD because like I'm probably going to get beat at some point they would call this irrational fear.
Yeah, crazy.
I have what's going on? My PTSD is happening. It's like, what happened? It's like, no, it's pre-TSB because I think fucking Barron Trump might be president one day.
Someone, dude. I'm glad you can fucking laugh about that possibility.
Yeah, you don't
that's
have
real.
Yeah.
That's
You don't have,
very real, Ryan.
You don't have pre-PSD, TSD.
Yeah,
It's enabling fucking total nut jobs.
Yeah, it's exactly. And then there'll be like a kid, and then like someone's be like, oh, they have pre-PTSD.
Yeah,
before
they have PTSD before it even starts.
They have the pre version.
Oh, you mean a loser that worries too much?
Yes.
It's the fear of future trauma. So this is a new idea. Oh, okay. It's very new. It involves anxiety and depression. So that's going to be attractive to some people. That's their favorite two words. Yeah, and anxiety and depression? Yes, please.
Oh, baby.
And guess what? Here's the kicker. Nothing had to even have happened yet. Oh.
All you have to happen is your
Sign me up.
basement floods, and you go, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
This
or
is
it
the
doesn't.
end.
Or someone tells you it might flood.
Yeah, it either has to be the hottest day of the year or the coldest day of the year in recorded history. Either one of those, and you go, "That's it."
That's it. I'm right. Fucking the anxiety's all over the place. It's very new in the field of psychology. Some people might say it's made up completely. Mm-hmm. And they said, it's kind of like, imagine someone came into their psychologist and they go, I'm afraid of spiders. It's like, well, have you had one? It's like, no, I just think like a whole bunch of spiders. It's like, yo, you have pre-PTSD. I've been having struggling with that
It's
one.
a tough one. It's a tongue twister.
I'm glad they're not adding more letters to it, like the fucking LGBTQ. Imagine if they turned it into the PTSD LGBTQ. They should add PTSD to the LGBTQ. They get those people in there, but that legitimately, you go, what's your fear? It's like I have a fear of being like crushed by like a crane, and you go,
mean, people have irrational fears.
well, that's what. Yes, like the irrational fear that like you're going to be dead in 5 days, and all of them have been proven wrong.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, dude, COVID is probably for some people who are like just like waiting. There's probably people for the last 20 months,
20 years
who
old,
have just been waiting to get COVID, and it just hasn't come.
So,
and every time they're like,
the entire news
they
is like you're
sneeze and they're like,
dead.
it's COVID.
Well, eco anxiety is a growing problem among young people.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not. I would love the idea. But if you were fucking going on like Tinder or something, it's like, that's one new thing that they're saying. They're like, I'm neurodivergent, pansexual, eco-anxiety, eco-depression.
I'm sure it's on there.
That's got to be in there.
I guarantee that's in there.
Either eco-anxious, so that'll definitely be the handle soon. We've been raised to put faith in institutions like business, education, and government, but we're losing faith in these institutions. Here's an idea. Get into crypto instead of worrying about this stuff, women.
Bitcoin fixes this.
Yeah, NFTs. And I'll tell you what, instead of spending your time with your eco-anxiety, you know what? We should put these two articles together and they go, why are women like spending less time in in this? And you go, have you heard of the term pre-PTSD? It's like,
Pre-PTSD
I'm honestly honestly,
NFT.
I think these two things might be fucking
Well,
correlated.
no, but the funny thing actually is that because a big fucking knock against crypto and NFTs is how much energy it uses. There's this thing where people people say like NFTs are so bad for the environment, which is funny that that's even possible. But so yeah, the NFT is not the answer for these people.
All too often, young people are faced with a choice between being a climate change denier and a procrastinator. No, all too often, you're enforcing the dogma that people have to choose one or the other. Like, it's like you're teaching people to be irrational and then enabling them and you're telling them.
It's not everybody's an activist. Like, I believe that there's, I'm sure, man-made climate stuff that they need to fix. I don't doubt that at all. I don't know any really
But
smart
I'll tell you
people
what
who
I don't think. You should be sitting in a
not
bathtub right now crying about it.
I'll tell you what I'm not going to do, and that's anything. I'm not doing anything about it. But I
always
believe
think
it.
when people say littering's bad, it's like always... No, littering is throwing like a bunch of junk in like the ocean or the forest. Throwing stuff on the fucking East Village market where people are shitting, that's not littering. If anything, that's an improvement.
No. Yeah.
And I guess it's inconvenient for someone whose job it is to pick it up, so it's probably not the best thing to do if there's garbage is there.
Well, but if they don't have enough to do, then they'll lose their job.
Yeah, so there's even a case to be made for why it's good, but they are two different things.
Yes.
They should not...
No,
this
littering
idea
in a
that
city...
It's not littering.
It's not littering in a city.
If you ask me,
because if
the concrete's the litter. The buildings are the litter.
buildings are the litter,
The cars
man.
the litter.
No, it's not littering in the city because people get paid to clean that up, and
The concrete's litter,
look,
bro.
If
That's the equivalent. Okay, is littering on the floor of a Wendy's littering?
no,
Exactly, right?
no, littering is an outdoors thing.
Yeah.
You can't litter on private property, I don't think.
You know what I mean, man?
Yeah.
You go in there, this concrete's litter, dude.
Yeah, but if you go in like
Us humans, we're the
like
litter.
if you're going for like a
Human beings are the litter.
jog, along the fucking East River, then you have like a bottle and you throw it in there, I'd say that's litter.
I'd say that's litter too.
Yeah.
Throw it in the river, you throw it in the forest. Even if I'll throw it on someone's lawn, I'll give you that's littering.
I had a friend
But throwing it in a fucking... You know, like where people are fucking shitting on the streets near the subway.
Nah,
it's like, no, you didn't litter.
that's not litter.
It's a weird thing to do like regularly, but it's not litter. It's a different thing.